Pranitha and I am web developer. In this video, we are going to see basics of HTML and syntax of HTML. Let's get started. This is the syntax of HTML. Syntax of HTML contains three elements. Those are HTML, head and body. And there is also fourth element in this syntax, that is doctype HTML. This doctype HTML helps browser to find which version we are using. HTML contains two parts, head part and body part. Head part elements does not show on the page, but it helps to get title for the page. And body, everything inside the body was shown in the web page, like images and headings and more. Throughout the course, we will be using VS Code editor. Now let's download the VS Code editor. Open your browser and type VS Code. It will be showing bunch of options. We will go through the first one. Just click on the first one. If you didn't got the same link, just type this URL in your browser. It will be showing. And if you are using Windows, you can download from here. And if you're using Mac, you can download from here, or Linux, you can download from here. If you just click on Windows, it will be download. Here it will be shown that the editor is downloading here. This is how we will be downloading our Visual Studio Code. Now we will be discussing about how to create an HTML page. If you want to create an HTML page, then you need an extension called .html. If you want to create a web page named My Website, you want to create an HTML page using mywebsite.html. For example, if you are familiar with Java, in Java we will be using .java extension. So we will be telling that browser HTML. So we will be using .html tag to represent it as an HTML page. Now let's create our first web page. Here for this web page, I create a folder on my desktop. It's your wish wherever you can create your folder. And this I open with code. Now I got my VS Code on. Here I am creating my first HTML page. I named it as my first.html. As I told you before, every HTML file should have .html extension. So I created the file as my first.html. It's your wish which name you want to give, you can give. Actually I gave my first because this is my first website, so I gave it as my first.html. If you want to give it as index.html or app.html or any other name.html, it's up to you. You can give any name.html, but .html is must and should. Now let's start with our syntax. As I told you before, HTML elements contains head part and body part. Here we are going to write that HTML/HTML. This is how we will start HTML, and in the HTML we will be inside the HTML we will be having body and head part. I told you before we will be having optional on head. So first I will show you how body is used. This is the syntax of basic page. Here I am going to write my first page. Now let's render this page on the web. To render the page, you want to go to your file location and double press on this, and it will open in your default browser. See, here I got my first page. This is all and this is the way we will render the page. But every time you change the code, you want to refresh it and you have to see. For example, if you change this code as my first web page, my first web page. Then if you save this and if you go back to the browser, it won't change. If this want to change means you want to reload the page. So every time if we want to reload the page means it will be a tough and it will be irritating. So here I will share you some extension like live server. Once you open the VS Code, here it will be extensions, that last one of the icons. If we press here in search box, we want to press live server. And here we will get bunch of options. We will go with live server. Here I already installed live server. So here I got uninstall. If you are not installed it, right? So you will be getting install and click on here, just simply click on here, it will be installed. And after installing you can come back, and if you go to the myfirst.html and right click on that, it will be showing open with live server. It will be open like this. Here it will be open your first web page. Here it shows this is the IP address of the computer or IP address of the browser. Here it will shows you the, for every system it will be same. This is your port, like here 5500 is there, no, this is your port and this is your web page name. Here by clicking on that you will be getting your first page. If you want to change something on the browser, here I am going to write welcome to web development course. If I save this, it automatically reloads the server and you will get automatically, you don't need to refresh this. This is how we will use live server and live server setup. Thanks for watching this video.